Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you have a great day, yeah? So the Honorable Mr. Andriana Gafar as a lecturer in this course and all of my beloved friends who are watching our presentation. So I am Ilfa Sana as a moderator from Group 7. We will discuss about conducting and monitoring and judging learning activities. Okay, before we start our presentation, let me introduce you the member of Group 7. Here I am Ilfasana, just with Alvan Alfian Herman. Hello Alvan.
Halo, Murata.
Okay, the next here, table of contents in this presentation. The first is problem-based learning, delivering direction for learning activities, monitoring student engagement, variety of learning activities. The next, ideas for lecture sessions, ideas for cooperative learning sessions, ideas for discussion sessions, ideas for question sessions. The next, ideas for independent work sessions, ideas for homework assignment, and the last, classroom, the enhanced students' engagement. So, uh, for the first material about problem-based learning and delivering direction for learning activities will be explained by Alvan. Alvan, time is yours.
All right, thank you, moderator. So, for the first material is problem-based learning. Problem-based learning (PBL) is an instructional method that presents students with real-world problems as the context for learning and encourages them to actively seek solutions through critical thinking, collaboration, and self-directed learning. Non-problem-based teaching often lacks context and motivation, leading to disengagement. Problem-based teaching, on the other hand, focuses on real-world problems, fostering intrinsic motivation. This approach encourages students to engage in meaningful learning by involving them in real-world problems, fostering critical thinking skills and a sense of accomplishment. For next material is delivering directions for learning activities. Delivering direction for learning activities with explicitness, specific, and directness is crucial for ensuring that students understand what is expected of them and can engage effectively in the learning process. Explicit directions leave no room for ambiguity, providing clear guidance on what students need to do during a particular activity. For example, in case 7.13, during a problem-based learning activity, Mrs. Southworth engaged her junior high students in discovering principles of physics related to airplane flight. When a student asks a question about the curvature of airplane wings, instead of providing a direct answer, Mrs. Southworth responds with problem questions to stimulate the students' reasoning and critical thinking. Thanks. I will back to moderator.
Okay, thank you Alvan for your excellent explanation. The next material about monitoring student engagement and variety of learning activities will be explained by me. So, monitoring student engagement is a critical aspect of effective teaching and learning that involves observing, assessing, and responding to students' levels of participation, interest, and understanding during instructional activities. In case 718, Ms. Sender conducts a lesson using an overhead projector and whiteboard, but misses opportunities to monitor student engagement. So imagine your teacher trying to explain a new topic. Watching your students is like checking a class thermometer. For example, high engagement, students are participating, asking questions, and seem interested. This means your teaching is working. And then if low engagement, students are zoning out, not paying attention, or confused, time to adjust your approach. By monitoring engagement, teachers can see if their lessons are hitting the mark and make changes to help students learn better. And the next, variety of learning activities. Variety in lecture sessions is essential for maintaining student engagement, promoting active learning, and catering to diverse learning styles and preference. So in case 717, Mr. Rick conducts a lesson consisting of a variety of learning activities. So not everyone learns the same way. A good lecture is like a toolbox. Instead of just talking all the time, you can show picture and videos, or do group activities, or have discussion. By using different learning activities, you keep things interesting and help all your students understand the material in a way that works for them. Okay, the next material about ideas for lecture sessions and ideas for cooperative learning session will be explained by Alvan. Alvan, time is yours.
All right, so for next material is ideas for lecture sessions. Engaging students during lecture sessions. Engaging students during lecture sessions is crucial for promoting active learning, enhancing comprehensions, and fostering a positive learning environment. To effectively engage students, teachers can incorporate a variety of strategies and activities that cater to different learning styles, interests, and preferences. So, one effective strategy for promoting student engagement during lectures is to use advanced organizers such as outlines, concept maps, or graphic organizers to provide a visual roadmap of the lessons. And then advanced organizers help students preview the key concept and structure of the lecture, making it easier for them to follow along, organize their thoughts, and connect new information to their existing knowledge. Next material is ideas for cooperative learning sessions. Cooperative learning sessions are a valuable tool for promoting student engagement and enhancing learning outcomes. One key benefit of cooperative learning is that it allows students to learn from one another. This is not only helps to reinforce their own understanding of the material, but also exposes them to different ways of thinking and problem-solving approaches. Through collaborations, students can gain new insight, learn alternative strategies, and then deepen their understanding of the subject matter. Next material will be explained by moderator.
Okay, thank you, Alvan. For the explanation is very clear. So the next material about ideas for discussion section and ideas for question session will be explained by me. Okay, one effective idea for promoting student engagement during discussion sections is to create a supportive and inclusive environment where all students feel comfortable participating. So, discussing sessions can be a great way for students to learn from each other. But how do you make sure everyone feels comfortable talking? Here's the recipe for a good discussion. So the first, respectful kitchen. Set ground rules for nice listening and kind words. And then active ingredients. Encourage everyone to share their ideas and questions. And then open mind mix in. Help students think from different perspectives. With these ingredients, your discussions will be a delicious learning experience for everyone. The next, so in case 725 to help her 26, third graders develop both their skills and interest in reading. Miss Torres directs the class to read silently a three-line story entitled Making Things from page 197 of one of their readers. In 35 seconds, everyone is finished, and Miss Torres begins a brief questioning sessions that leads into a large group discussion. The next, ideas for question sections. Teachers can utilize open-ended questions that require students to analyze, evaluate, and apply their knowledge rather than simply recalling facts. By posing through provoking questions, teachers can stimulate students curiously and encourage them to think deeply about the subject matters. So, for ideas for question session, you can image question time is a jump rope. Instead of boring questions that just test memorization, like what's the capital of France, ask question that make student think and jump a little higher. For example, why do you think France choose Paris as its capital? Or how might French capital be different if it were located on the coast? This question gets students to analyze, use their knowledge, and see things in new way. The next, this is for example, case 726, Miss Calderon asked her fourth graders, what is the capital of Mississippi? Eva and Eva answer Jackson, and then so on. Okay, the next material about ideas for independent work session and ideas for homework assignment will be explained by Alvan. Alvan, time is yours.
Okay, for next is ideas for independent work sessions. Engagement in independent work sessions is crucial for students to complete tasks without disturbing others and remain focused on their assigned work. To enhance student engagement during independent work sessions, teachers can implement various strategies. One effective approach is to clearly define the tasks at the beginning, providing students with specific instruction of expectations to avoid confusion, and maintain focus. Another strategy to promote student engagement during independent work sessions is to accommodate students completing tasks at different times. Teachers can structure the session in a way that allows for flexible beginning and ending times, ensuring that early finishing students have meaningful activities to engage in while others complete their tasks. Next is ideas for homework assignment. Homework assignment play a crucial role in reinforcing learning, providing opportunities for independent practice and fostering students' engagement outside the classroom. To enhance student engagement during homework assignments, teachers can implement various strategies that promote active participation, motivation, and effective complete of tasks. To promote student engagement in homework assignments, teachers should clearly communicate the purpose and relevance of the task, provide timely and constructive feedback, and then incorporate choice and autonomy, and create a supportive and structural environment. Clear communication of the task connection to learning objectives, real-world applications, and assessments can help students understand its value and stay motivated. Offering resources and support materials can help students stay organized, focused, and engaged in their studies. Enough for me.
Okay, thank you, Alvan, for your explanation. And the last material about classroom design, the enhanced student engagement will be explained by me. So, classroom design plays a significant role in enhanced student engagement by creating a conducive environment that supports learning activities and promotes active participation. So, imagine your classroom is a playground for learning. Here's how the design can help students be more engaged. The first, flexible furniture, not just rows of desks, movable tables and chairs allow for group work and different activities. And then open space, room to move around encourages discussions and collaboration. And then comfy zones, areas with bean bags or soft seating create a more relaxed for field focusing learning. By designing a classroom that's more than just desk and a board, you create a space where students are comfortable, active, and ready to learn. The next. So this is case 737. Before. So in her first years as an English and Spanish teacher at Vanguard High School, Miss Del Rio is assigned room 129 for homeroom and for teaching two remedial reading classes with 23 and 27 students, respectively, one American literature class of 30 and two Spanish one classes with 29 and 30 students, respectively. Room 129's initial arrangement and the ways Miss Del Rio uses it for the first month is depicted in figure 7-8. Okay, that's all the material that we can explain. We hope that all of our friends can understand what we have said. Before I close the presentation today, I will read the conclusion first. Next. So, the importance of conducting and monitoring engaging learning activities in the classroom to create a stimulating and interactive learning environment by incorporating innovative instructional strategies, providing clear directions, and actively monitoring student engagement, teachers can inspire curiously, promote active learning, and empower students to success academically. Through a combination of effective teaching practice and student-centered approaches, educators can cultivate a culture of engagement, collaboration, and lifelong learning in the classroom. Okay, that's all, and thank you for everyone who have watched until the end. I also apologize if our explanation is incomplete, and you guys can all comment on our presentation in the comment columns. See you again, and then wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.